Okay, folks, so this is a demonstration. I'm actually going to give you a little explanation about this, although it's talked about in your PowerPoints. So what I'm having here, or what I have here, is an aluminum tube, which is hollow. If I'm clever here, you can see through it, and a magnet. And if I were to go ahead and drop the magnet, you will see it drops like a rock, which is what you'd expect anything under the influence of gravity would do. But an interesting thing happens if you go ahead and you drop it into the tube. Okay. So let's assume that this is the north pole side of the magnet, which means the magnetic field lines are coming out like so. And let's assume that the magnet is right here on its way down. And let's consider a little circle of the tube, which is going to act almost like a little coil that's below this. Okay, so we're not going to worry about the metal above it or the metal below. We're just going to worry about the metal that's in this little circle here, this little circuit that I've created on the tube. So as the magnet approaches, the magnetic flux through that little coil is going to increase. And if you use Lenz's law, which you should be able to do, you will end up deducing that the induced current that's going to be generated in this little pseudo coil is going to produce its own magnetic field that's going to end up having a north pole on this side of the coil. So you're going to have a north pole here, and then you're going to have this little bit of charge flow that's generating its own magnetic field that on this side of it is acting like a north pole, which means this magnet is going to end up feeling a repulsion from that north pole. If you look at a little loop above, now the magnetic flux is diminishing through that loop as the magnet drops. It's going to end up inducing a current that's going to produce its own magnetic field. And if you use Lenz's law to see what the direction of the current is and what the direction of that induced magnetic field is, what you're going to find is that with this being a south pole, the bottom part below this little circuit is going to end up acting like a north pole. And so this south pole and that north pole are going to attract, and you're going to get a force up. So this little bit of charge flow is producing a force up, and this little bit of charge flow with the repulsion is producing a force up. And the net effect is this thing is going to take a lot longer to get through this tube than if you just dropped it straight. So let's see whether or not it works. Here we go. There you go. Didn't believe me? Try it one more time. I'll try to stick it in a place where you can actually see the thing come out. So I'm dropping it in, and I'm going to put it up here so you can see the little black guy come out. Pretty cool.